What's up, class? This week we talked about trigger warnings and whether they are harmful or not, and whether they can cause issues in the class and if they should be taken away. I said they can be harmful when it comes to certain subjects, especially when the subject that we are speaking on is very sensitive to the victim. For example, I left class in fifth grade when we were talking about slavery, um, which was a sensitive subject to me at the time as a kid because that's not something I wanted to talk about or be a part of or have my classmates like ask me questions as if I knew what was going on or be the main advocate for slavery and how slaves were treated and what I think that they went through because I was only black in my class then, so I didn't want to be the one. For example, say like slaves they were brought to the South and they were spread across like in their family like being split up. Lloyd, what you like? How do you think like they reacted to that? Like for one, I live in a household with both my parents, so I wouldn't know what it feels like for a family to be split up. And then again, I don't want to be the main person asked about how a group of people felt, and I'm only an individual, so I didn't want questions like that being brought towards me because years before I didn't start talking about slavery in like third and fourth grade, like third grade. And then in school I was at, I was always the only black kid in my class. So I didn't want to be the one to always be looked at as a representative for all black people. And I know a lot of black kids feel that way sometimes on a certain subject. So I removed myself from that because it did make me uncomfortable in third and fourth grade. But as I got older, whenever they asked me questions, I would just say I don't know. Or I just tell my teacher like I don't want to be an advocate for African Americans or just black people in general when it comes to the topic of slavery. And it would also make me uncomfortable when people would ask, um, not to be mean, but people ask like stupid questions. People already will already ask questions they know the answer to just to see what my answer would be. Like I remember third grade, some kid asked. So we were talking about it, and I was getting a little like upset about it because kids were saying unnecessary comments, or they were just not being sensitive to the subject. Because to be honest, nobody cares about really Black history or anything like that. Especially when it comes to like Black History Month or Black History Month, people are like, so who cares? But I'm expected to learn other people's history and be locked into it and want to know everything about it. But the third grade kid asked, "Was there ever a time when black people owned white people as slaves?" I was like, "No. Like, why would you ask that?" Of course, there wasn't a time like that. So just people would be dumb and stuff like that, and they were all those questions would always be directed towards me, or I would have to ask them, or answer them. My bad. But I would say that trigger warnings do not inhibit speech because it is a choice of the student to decide whether or not they want to be a part of the subject. But if the teacher does not allow the student to lead a class or not to be a part of the conversation, that is inhibiting the student's speech. Um, if a kid is uncomfortable or a group of people are uncomfortable talking about a certain subject, I would say that they should be allowed to lead a class. Because as a fifth grade kid, I told my teacher I don't want to be a part of it. He allowed me to do that. I would have had even more of a problem with it. I would have been even more uncomfortable as the years went on if I wasn't allowed to lead a classroom. If if certain subjects were brought up that I wasn't comfortable with, and that was the only subject I was uncomfortable with growing up. After that point, after my teacher, Mr. Arthur, shout out to Mr. Arthur, after he um after he let me lead a class with that, it made me feel like okay, he's understanding of how I feel, and he knew that it was a sensitive subject for me to talk about, especially at a young age, and to be a part of a class who did not know anything about it or anything like that, or didn't seem to care about that, have any prior knowledge about it. So left the class then, but I do think that um, one of our classmates did have a really good point on this. Hope she doesn't mind I use her in my video. Alyssa, she had a really good point of view. I agree on both sides, but I did agree with what she said because she said that it does not inhibit speech, but instead requires the people to be adaptable and filter their content. Most trigger warnings only decrease the depth of details used, not the full content. It should be used when details are problematic and do not enhance the message so they can be admitted. Which I did like because it would be good to use, like, if it's not super sensitive subject, then getting somebody's point of view who's been through it and has firsthand knowledge of what happened, and it would be useful to the conversation. So that was a really good point of view, and I really liked what she said in the discussion boards. But looking forward to see everybody's video. Y'all have a good Easter.